Yeah, he had asked me like 6 months ago. Hey, Amit, would you ever buy a 11mm plant lens? I would have said, no, way too wide for my taste. Not my thing, and probably too niche. And it's probably just for vloggers doing the walk and talk with their cameras. But here's what happened. So scrolling through Facebook Marketplace as I usually do, and I saw this amazing deal with a Sony ZV-E10 Mark I and a couple of lenses. And the Sony 11 and 1.8 was actually one of those lenses. Now, I wasn't even looking for a wide-angle lens. And to be honest, I was more interested in other lenses of the kit, but the deal was good. And the seller wasn't too far from my place. So I thought, why not? Let's go check it out. Met the guy, had a quick chat, lenses looked clean, no scratches. I handed over the cash, and I picked up the Sony ZV-E10, a Sigma 30mm, a 11mm 1.8 lens from Sony, and a kit lens with the camera, and all of that bundle was very reasonably priced. In fact, I talked about my experience in the earlier video, so if you haven't checked it out, please do give that a look as well. And just like that, I became the owner of an 11mm Prime. And honestly, when I first held it, I was like, what am I ever going to be using this for? But then I realized it's tiny, it's light, but 11mm. And as you know, so I'm not a day vlogger. I'm not a climber climbing mountains with those landscape shots. And I definitely don't want my room to look any bigger than it currently does. So the plan was to keep the lens and maybe put it on sale. But then while coming back, I decided to use this lens to shoot a in-car video. And the perspective changed entirely. Because I just thought, let me throw this lens on and see what it looks like. Wow. Suddenly, I could see everything in the frame. The whole car, from like the windscreen to even the back seats, was visible, which I was never able to get in my car. And it looked really good. It looked like you are sitting right next to me when I'm talking on this 11mm lens. Because earlier I was using 24mm, which was quite cropped in. And this part, it didn't feel distorted like some ultra-wide lenses do. But straight line, straight, pretty clean. Edges weren't doing that crazy funhouse mirror thing, but that might be wrong. I'm not too technical about lenses, as long as they look good. But after the first test, I started thinking of all the scenarios where this would actually be a super useful lens. Like, your room tours, your studio setup, a VI style tutorial, vlogging indoors in tight spaces, even some creative handheld view. Because I just realized that the wider the focal length, the cleaner as well as more stable your footage looks. And also, I didn't expect how much I would enjoy the low light performance of this lens. Usually, wide lenses are stuck at either f4, or if you're spending on your G Master or G Lens, maybe 2.8. But getting a wide lens, especially this size, just look at it. I think it's around 200 grams, but it's that light, and getting a 1.8 cluster budget on it was amazing. And if you get it with a ZV-E1, which does have a dual link device, you can literally see a lot of things, even in dark scenarios. But now that I have it, honestly, I'm really glad I picked it up. It's kind of opened my eyes to what a super wide Prime can do. And for the price I paid for this, it was like a total win-win scenario. Like the worst part I thought was I might be able to sell this lens and get some money off the camera kit. And I would have made money by selling all the gear that I picked up. So hence the reason to pick it up. But now, since I own a ZV-E1 and A7C2, I might pick up or try the Sony 16 1.8 like full frame lens. So yeah, if you have been on the fence of not getting the ultra wide, or if you see a deal like this pop up, my recommendation would be, yeah, it's perfect to try it. And you can go up to the shop and try it on camera and see if that is something that suits you. I would say just try it once. You might get surprised, just like I did. Well, if you're still there, that's it for this one. My name's Ahmed, and I'll catch you in the next video.